Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Monsieur. I wanted to wish you a wonderful day. I hope you're enjoying this holiday season and to continue to discuss the spiritual thoughts, spiritual ideas as it relate to the spiritual ascension path. In essence, we have a choice that's very essential in this world: is to believe or not to believe, to believe there is a God or believe there is no God. There was the bet of Pascal, a French philosopher, that's better to say that that maybe there is or there is no God, but it's better to believe that there is one, even if there is not, because it's a win-win situation, because it improves the moral consciousness and so but in a sense we have to understand that God believes in us a lot more than we even believe in ourselves. So if God did not believe in us, we would not exist. And so there was, when we were created originally, there was a sacred covenant that God would give us eternal life. And so we've been exploring all kinds of things since that time. And if we are eternal, it's because God is eternal. He is the guarantee. There's never been since the beginning of the creation of the cosmos, there's never been a moment where this energy has stopped flowing from source into creation. And so understand it is moving from intellectual knowledge to practical knowledge, the understanding that all is one and one is all is easy and easy and intellectual knowledge to explain the series of the whole. For you are it. You are the creator of all things within within your consciousness. For conscious, everything is made from consciousness for consciousness to evolve. And so just those are just thoughts and ideas, but the disagreement that was made was between God, soul, and spirit. And it is from there that life is being fueled, let's say. And so we want to move into this inner self. We want to move. It is a journey inwards, a paradise, a return to source within ourselves. It's a long journey that we're undertaking within ourselves. And so I'm going to pull a few cards. I just wanted to comment and make this communication. For so much is shifting. There's wonderful things ahead. What is the highest wisdom is transport. It's about pulling all those, to stay on track and to pull all those wagons behind us. The highest wisdom, what we need to understand is Egypt. It is the power of the Akash, becoming whole, understanding we are connected to the universe and spirit, and we have to allow more space for this harmonious connection between in this cooperative enterprise that is life. What we need to do is the healer. It's about being the healer, to bring things into wholeness, to complete the cycle. And the outcome is the orphan. It means that we may not be able to feel that we are at the right place in the world. So it's about being more integrated within our higher self and finding this wisdom. Wisdom will come. For once we discover wisdom, we find our place, whether it is on all level, we find this fulfillment. And so it is important to continue to trust as much as possible, trust the process of life, for it takes time to see the relationship of things, even in philosophy, what are really valuable ideas or what is not, or art, what is important in art or what is not. To withhold certain information about the spirit world, or about your inner self, is not a lie. It is because spiritual reality, spiritual discovery is on a need to know basis. What we seek to do is to inspire people that they would want to discover their own connection to their spirit self, to this connection to this amazing universe that they are connected to. And so we want to inspire others to seek it within themselves. It is we'll be anchoring those ideas as time goes on, and to always focus on paradise perfection. It is a direction, it is an ideal, it is an inward journey, and do as much as possible to share the discovery of spirit. Because if we would be projected on paradise right now, we would not. It would be as if we were blind, and we would not feel and see anything. It would be be like completely indifferent to all that is going on. The process is because we start from physical matter, and then we ascend through moral forms, which is a form between spirit and matter that was created through all the many dimensions of the local universe. Then we graduate, we move into pre-spirit reality in the central, in the super universe. Then we qualify to traverse the central universe, the eternal perfection, the universe of eternal perfection that surrounds paradise, where we have 1 billion incarnations. It is a very long process, and we awaken as a spiritual being on paradise. The beings of the central universe are eternal beings that were created as one in oneness with paradise, have between 45 to 70 senses when we have only 6. As we ascend through the super universe, we become the universe and super universe, and try through this whole long journey to the paradise ascension. We are being increased in sensitivity. We're discovering new senses that we have within ourselves. We are conquering this animalistic darker side as we progress through the spheres of all this. So it is a long journey, but it was created to be in the perfection of it is something that utterly beyond any explanation. The Urantia book explains that for those who are open to receiving this direct communication from spirits. It's got a lot of limitations as well, but it reveals a lot of things about the book of Urantia. For returning home to paradise is like being the prodigious child. For it is a long journey back home to this eternal center of glory, of magnificence. For we have left that eternal home to adventure into the universe, into forgetfulness, and so now it is time for returning, to be empowered, to be yourself. No one else but you can be you, and so it is about being ourselves, discovering who we are, little by little, with patience and perseverance, and to be solution oriented. It is important. If we don't have a solution to a problem, it's no use to spend our time dwelling in the problem. Just go into something where you already have the solution, feel good, at which point the solution will naturally come into the picture of harmonizing all those many aspects of ourselves. So it is about being focused on the light as much as possible. Also, I hear a lot on the news about talking about climate change. What they do not know is that they do not take it into consideration, is that there is this awakening consciousness that is happening all around the world that will greatly influence what's going to be going on the planet. And so it's about learning to live in the now, and living in the now, and being yourself as much as possible, enjoying, seeing the possibilities. I'm going to pull the last card and sing a song. This is called Ascending Head. It's a head that is ascending, and it's paperwork. And this is about the eclipse. It's like this black hole that's like, because when black holes, white holes, and blue holes, when we lose consciousness and we go to sleep, we traverse this black hole. Those black holes are actually not as physical material as we believe. What we call black hole in space are what is called on the celestial circle the dark islands of space, which are not black holes, something else. But we have to learn, it's what separates the dimensions. So eventually we'll learn to utilize it as a technology. We'll be able to utilize those holes to project ourselves throughout the universe even. But at least between dimensions. So this is like a sum. It's with this activity behind. I like this painting from 2008, the Neo Metacosmic series. And so I'm going to sing this song. It's a song originally by Todd Duncan. It's a love song. It was like this. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hunger for your touch a long, lonely time, and time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love. to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea, in the open arms of the sea. Lonely rivers cry, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hunger for your touch. A long, lonely time, and time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. God speed your love to me. This is the next song by Elvis Presley and many others. And so I wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful holiday full of love and joy and sharing and preparation for what is to come. The card of the day is the 3 of Michael. Is about breaking free from the past. You will come out aggrandized from the situation you are living today. Time always heals the deepest wounds. So in time, things are being put into perspective. And so it's about allowing this whole process, breaking free from the past, from anything that can prevent us from living in joy and freedom. I thank you very much. Namaste.